36369, and while they last tonight, they're $129. Now, the very first time I saw this doll, and I want all of you out there to understand, she is huge. I'm going to have to grab her and sit her on my lap to give you guys a good idea of the size of this doll. At 31 inches, it's not just the height of the doll, it's the actual body structure. She's going to fit like maybe a size 4, okay? You'll get the gist of that at 31 inches. It's not a little tiny baby. I mean, this is huge with blue eyes. Our surmise is a great value. If you'll move these out, I'll go grab her. She's huge. The only way that you're going to be able to tell the size of this is if I hold her. If you would like to join us, please be quick. And here she is. You know, every time I hold this doll, I wonder, when you look for a doll that not only comes to life before your eyes, but truly has the look of a real child. Now, if you weren't shopping in a doll show, okay, and you saw this little girl maybe back on the set, would you not look at it and say, oh my goodness, that's a cute little kid back there? Look at this. Look at the size of that head. Now, I love the little scrunchies, you know, that you can put around the sides of the heads. You're going to love really decorating your home with this. I'm going to put her little hood back on her head, and she's a little girl that lived up in the north, I can tell, because this is a snowsuit that she's wearing. If you look very carefully, you'll see that it's quilted, and it's sort of insulated, so it's a very thick piece. But this peels off, and we'll put that hair piece down for you. Then you will see beneath this, she has an entirely different outfit. I'd put her in a little summer suit, though. This one is moving out already very quickly. Ready? I want to show you the size of this doll. You'll see what I'm saying. Look at this. This is the largest baby that we have offered for you, girls. Let's get the bubble suit off. Look at this. See the size? She's huge. And you get another 2 pieces of clothing that snap together so you can peel away the layers. This is for winter, and that's her little snowsuit, and I love that. It's so soft and cuddly and a wonderful cotton-like fabric. But look at the size of this little girl. Now, porcelain. I also like this. Look at the way those little feet are actually curved. These are finished beautifully as well. You will love the size, the structure of the hands, the extensive porcelain. Oh my goodness, look. So, another mark of quality, if you look right here, you'll see a separation, almost like a felt lining, right around the neckline where the head goes into the body joint. That's so that, you know, porcelain is glass, so that when you're rotating the head from side to side, it doesn't rub. Fabulous. If you love to create things that are unique, and if you have an eye for different things and you're looking for something in a color to match an extraordinary kind of room, choose this doll. I assure you, you're going to have fun playing with her and dressing her all over again. Your price today is $129. It is our surmise, already very popular, and I do want to thank a lot of you out there. Blue eyes, huge inset lashes, wonderful detail in a doll in a limited edition while they last today. Our surmise. Now, she does have a flattened tush, so you're going to find that this one's engineered and designed to be seated, but in a wagon, in a walker, in a high chair, just about anywhere, you'll really love decorating with this one. A lot of you have been writing me and saying, Tina, what happened to the dolls? They sort of are no longer on the website. Well, actually, they are. But dolls fall under a category called collectibles. Under the collectibles category, you just go to dolls, okay, and you will find the entire doll inventory listed there for you. You will also find my personal picks there every Wednesday, and I certainly hope a lot of you out there, the beauty of being a doll collector is thanks to hsn.com, you can now shop 24/7. I mean, if you're a doll lover, you can peruse the entire inventory and have it at the touch of your finger. Once again, it is here for you. Great values back to back. Enjoy. Have her babe. So let me say, tonight we introduce for all of you out there, her name is Adora Rose, and she, by the way, is enormous. This sweetheart that we're bringing to you today is coming your way at an all-time, let me pull this hat back so that you're able to see that sweet little face, at an all-time low price tag, ladies and gentlemen, $120.85. Now, not only is she beautiful to look at, but she has the dark curly hair, inset lashes upper and lower. She has brown eyes, an open mouth. You can see the little teeth and the tongue. Her dress is all done in beautiful eyelid. It's done in polka dots and blue and white and accented in pink, and she is an exceptional buy. Now, I know a lot of you out there already have Peyton James. If you do, you certainly want to go ahead and go to the phones and choose our Adora Rose. You know, your dolls really are exceptional values because they are so large and so very lifelike.
Thank you.
Now, do you find that when you're making a doll, do you start first with the head and then you dress it, or do you start with an idea?
I just start sculpturing the face. It's a face I really like, and then I go from there. And I dress it after it is all made.
Finished head to toe?
Yep. And then I decide what to
Tell
dress.
me, how did you start to do dolls? What was the inclination to start making your own?
I started taking doll making classes way back when of reproduction dolls, and decided that I would love to try to create my own faces. And just began doing that and improved as I went.
Well, I can tell you what. I looked at the size of this. Look at all the porcelain, guys, and all the detail that goes into her. I mean, an exceptional buy. Her feet and the shoes that she's wearing, these are children's shoes that she has on. You're going to find, number one, that when these dolls arrive at your door and you see them throughout your home, they really do look like children.
Yeah, thank you.
Now, is it easy to sculpt in this size? Did you gravitate to this size? Did you
started out with very small, and then gradually went, and my lifelong dream was to make a doll that looks so real. You had to take a double look.
Well, I can tell you certainly achieved it with what we have for you tonight. Now, these have upper bodies that are done in porcelain. They do have shoulder blades so that you can angle the head. When they come to your home, gently pick these beautiful little curls out so that you can see just how detailed a masterpiece it is. All yours, and we do have one waiting just for you at only $120.85. I noticed that we had Peyton James, we have Adora Rose. Do all of your dolls come with the double name?
I like to double name them.
Okay. Well, we've actually hit anyone out there whose name is Rose would certainly enjoy having an opportunity to join us on something like this. I love the finish on your dolls. You know, when you touch the porcelain, it's so smooth. It's just like silk.
Love that.
Look at, and movement in the hands as well. I know a lot of you out there are looking and saying, well, gee, Tina, I'm not sure where I'm going to put this one. Anywhere in your home.
Yes.
I know my Peyton James, I have so many people come into my home, and they look at him sitting there and they go, and they all take a double take because they're not really sure if it's a little boy that's just sitting there, if it is another doll. And the size and the magnitude for the price that you pay, this is just great.
Value.
Wonderful, wonderful value. I do hope that all of you out there are going to the phones here very quickly. Once again, it's 817-340. It's Adora Rose by Rosemary Rhodes. Rosemary, of course, joins us for the very first time here in our studios, but many of you already own Peyton James. Now, you've been making dolls since 1984?
Yes.
And do you tend to make predominantly this size, or do you make
I love the large size.
Okay.
The larger, the better.
You know, often when I see a doll, I always kind of envision it in a place in my home. And because your dolls are so lifelike, it's so easy to envision them really sort of at a tea party and a little kid's maybe coffee table, sitting down and having a little bit of a tea set. They are really an extraordinary buy. And dollar per dollar, I'm going to tell you guys, for the size of these that you get, it's amazing. Now, Rosemary has one sitting on her lap. I want to grab this one off the pedestal here so that I can show you some of the other things about her. She's really great. Oh my goodness, they're heavy. Wow.
They are heavy. I like
They're really, really. My goodness, look at the size of this babe. Now remember earlier I mentioned that she does have, of course, that socketed head so that you are able to move them from side to side. I wanted you to see the extensive amount of porcelain, guys, because nearly the entire leg on this doll is done in porcelain. A very, very small portion of it, of course, where it is socketed into the body, is actually done in the cloth that puts it into the body. Look at these gorgeous shoes. And I mean, I'm talking about the size of my entire hand. She has little white socks all trimmed in lace, and starting at the bottom up, if you will, we have pantalettes. Take a look. There's that slip, and that's a full slip, all trimmed in beautiful pink. Then you have this dotted design. It's done in a really, really beautiful blue with white, and then all that eyelet. And this is so costly.
Oh, that was just, I was so pleased with how it was done.
Isn't it? It came
beautiful.
out so well.
Beautiful.
Please make sure that you're in the ordering process here if you'd like to join us. Once again, it's Adora Rose. She is a limited edition. She comes to you today at only $120.85. And for hundreds of you out there who are joining us on it, please enjoy. Now, we all know that a lot of you out there already own Peyton James. If you do, we'd love to hear from you, because let me introduce you to his little brother, who, by the way, has the dark hair and dark eyes. You see, they've been listening. We bring you tonight Joshua Aaron. It is a limited edition. This is only 300 pieces worldwide, and that's it. When they're gone, they're gone. It's only $118.75. He is available for you on a 2-payment plan of only $59.37. Now, do you sculpt from pictures?
I sculpt from pictures, and most of the time from my imagination of what I think the perfect child looks like.
He is so wonderful.
This little boy was from a photograph.
Now, I am looking at the detail that you put even in the ear on this little sweetheart. I want you guys to know that you're going to fall in love with him. He, by the way, for lots of you out there, does come in a seated position. I'm going to scoot him off the edge of the table
really
here.
Well,
it does come in a seated position. He has inset eyelashes, upper and lower. Once again, the open mouth with inset teeth. And he's wearing a yellow shirt with almost an animal print romper on it. It's done in a subtle shade of a slate blue, but you can see kangaroos, you can see their panda bears, you can even see giraffes, all of the animals running throughout the entire piece. Now at 29 inches, you know, actually it's 31 inches in a standing, 29 inches in a standing position, 19 inches in a seated position, but look at even the shoes. You're looking, of course, at quality here. Great, great detail for the price that you pay. And again, being able to bring it to you in a limited edition. There are only 300 pieces worldwide. Now, I know that it's so unusual for me as a collector. I love being able to get something as limited as 300, because it makes the piece that I have a little bit more special. And with a piece like this, again, in the size of the doll, you're going to find that you can redress it in any color or any decor that you want to, because of the size of
They wear
this
children's clothing.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Now, is there a particular part of the doll that you enjoy sculpting the most?
The face.
The face.
Yes.
And how do you know when it's done?
I like it.
Okay.
In other words, it pleases me. Yes. When it pleases me.
This one will definitely please you. Take a good look. And we have lots of you out there joining us on him. I'm going to spin him just a little bit around here so that you can look into the face. I'm looking at something that I've always thought was very difficult. Now, I don't sculpt it. I don't profess to do it. But I noticed that not only have you opened the mouth and inset the tongue, but also he has upper and lower teeth. How difficult is it to do that?
It's pretty difficult, but I love the challenge. Just the more realistic, the better. Is why I like to do that.
He's such a sweetheart. And you know what? The beautiful part about having a little one like this, we've had some great dolls in little girls before that we've offered for you, but very few in boy dolls at this size. And when we introduce Peyton James to all of you out there, the #1 thing that you ask for, well, can she do as a little girl? What she's done as a little girl. Can she do us dark hair, dark eyes? And now you have the opportunity to own it. Let me grab him over here and let you see the size. I love this. Look at these legs. He's just adorable. You're going to find, now when you see him from a distance sitting on my lap, you automatically assume that this is a real child. And for all of you out there who have had the opportunity, you know, little boy dolls are so few and far between here.
Yes. I have many people who request the boys, and I love to make them.
Look at, he's so sweet. Oh my goodness. And all the leg, once again, done in porcelain. Take a look at that sweet little face. Now, one thing I want you to know, when they arrive at your door, you're going to get the artist's signature mark at the back of the neck. You're also going to be able, with this one, look at that cute little double chin. He's been eating very, very well. You will find that you're going to be able to style the hair, too. And please feel free to do that, because a lot of times, ladies and gentlemen, when they arrive at your door, I've been playing with his hair, okay? So a lot of times if you want a little bit of a wispy look, because let's face it, how many boys really keep their hair straight? You know, they don't. I mean, let's face it. I thought about even giving him a little alfalfa sprout here off the back, you know, because you could do that. Look at that. Now, and remember, I want you to have fun with your dolls, because that's, again, what the doll collecting is all about, having the opportunity and not feeling afraid that you're going to damage them.
They're very manageable, these are.
And in this size, you're going to find that you'll be more likely to go out and go shopping. In my local market, of course, all of the major department stores have children's sales right after the holiday. And I love so much going out and redressing them and buying clothes and having a whole wardrobe for them. And with the size and the structure of this, you really buy real children's clothes. Say hello. Oh, you've got to go to the phones quickly. Once again, let me spin him around so that I can show you this as well. He is very limited, ladies and gentlemen. There were only 300 pieces of this created. There you can see the signature mark at the back of the neck. It is a closed edition as well, and this is going to be first come, first serve, so don't be disappointed when you see that sold outside pop up on your screens. Isn't that beautiful? Really is an exceptional doll. Now, I've actually attempted to make a doll in the past. And I will tell you, it was pretty difficult. You know, they give you this greenware and they say, oh, you got to clean it. And I go, nobody told me that. Let's go to the phone. Oh, let me turn him around so that you can see him. And we'll say hello to Teresa out in Illinois. Hi, Teresa. How are you?
I'm doing fine.
Say hello to Rosemary.
Hello, Rosemary.
Hello, Teresa.
I've got a question for you, Tina and Rosemary. Is there any way I can get another Peyton James doll?
They're gone.
They're gone.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, I had a fire and I've lost all my dolls.
Oh, no.
I've lost every one I had.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I had Rosemary Rhodes dolls, and I had William Tug, and I have Rusty dolls, and I've lost them all.
Oh.
I tried saving their clothes, but there was no way by even doing that to get the smell out of them. Yeah.
Well, I'm so sorry to hear that. Hopefully we'll get some more on. Was it Peyton James' eye and hair color that you were interested in, or just the doll specifically?
It was the doll itself. It was just, the minute I saw it, I fell in love with it.
Oh.
I had them all set up all over the house in strollers and walkers, and it's just, you know, it just hurt me to death. I lost all of them.
Oh.
Well, we're so sorry to hear that. Hopefully we'll help you fill up that void, okay?
Okay.
Listen, we certainly thank you for joining us.
Okay.
Okay. Number 838-672 is still available at $118.75. That's two payments of $59.37. It's Joshua Aaron. I also want to remind you from Rosemary Rhodes, our Adora Rose is available for you at $120.85. She's 817-340. Both of the dolls will remain available for you. We're going to take a bit of a cutaway, and I certainly want to thank, of course, Rosemary Rhodes for being here. You as well, so don't go anywhere. We have some big surprises coming up for you yet to come out. We have, of course, Tim Wilson coming, and then Janice Berard. So stick around. Lots more coming your way.
Peyton Page, you know, and he sounds like he's from the South, too. What do you think? This is a big little boy, let me tell you. He's sitting here, and of course it's so nice to hold a little bouncing boy here. He's done the porcelain. He is going to have the porcelain head. He's got the porcelain breastplate, so he is going to be really posable for you. He's got nice, look at the porcelain that he has in his hands. I want to show you that. This is the porcelain. This is an arm. This full arm of porcelain that you see here. Beautiful spread fingers, so that's a lot of detail for you. And he is going to be by Rosemary Rhodes. He's 29 inches tall, but you know what? He's a seated doll for you. He does have a flat bottom, and he's got nice long legs. We're going to take a look at these legs, too, because, man, he's got some really heavy-duty legs. He's a good little walker. I bet if I let him down, he'd be running all over the place. You know, that is the difference between boys and girls. I know my sister had a little boy, and I had the little girl, and let me tell you, she ran after him forever. And of course, my little girl's so good, my little Lauren. But I think I see that when I see little boys. They are really running around and going nuts, and I think it's a gender thing. I certainly do. But with this big little guy, he is all stuffed. Now, this is all stuffed body that you see here. He's got his little sailor hat on. He's got blonde hair, bright blue eyes, inset eyelashes, and he's got an open mouth. But you know what I noticed here? Beautiful mouth. And his teeth are very well done. I think that's one of the things we look at when you see an open mouth, and the teeth are not easy to do. But Rosemary has done a real nice job of this because they're sculpted, and they're not only there at the top and the bottom, but behind the teeth you have this wonderful wet tongue, and I'm not sure you're going to be able to appreciate that here on air because I had to look real close to make sure that was an open mouth and not an open closed mouth because that tongue was wonderful. I mean, it really, this face is beautiful. What do you think? Look at that. Really bright eyes, big mouth, open mouth. A lot of detail there that you're going to get. Now, he's wearing his little sailor suit. He's got the sailor collar with the yellow, red, and green buttons there for you. He even has a little bit of a T-shirt showing here at his neck. Look at that. Underneath that, you have a T-shirt look, which is great. It's a little finished look for you there around the breastplate, so you're not going to see that. And then on his little romper, he has a little sailboat in the bright basic colors, cuffed pants with that little bit of a kind of a soutache there across the bottom of it. And he's wearing real little tennis shoes. So as you can see there, for that $115 price, we're getting quite a bit there for your money, of course, for two flex pays at $57.50. Look at this little leg. Look at this little shoe there that you see with the little the shoes, the little anklets there, little boy anklets. And this is a real Velcro little shoe. What fun. In fact, you could probably redress this little guy. You know, that's what I love to do also is when you have these kind of dolls in your home. Remember when the holidays come and you're dressing, you know, your room and you're decorating your room. Remember that you're going to be able to take dolls of this size and of this, you know, this form and actually get little children's clothes for them and change their dress. You could put a little Christmas outfit on this, and at Easter you could put a little pastel outfit on this little guy. You could set him with maybe some of your other dolls. Of course, by Vincent De Filippo, we had Darlene, and you know, they would kind of make a nice little match together. Or some of those other little bigger dolls that you have there. If you got Brian, he would make a wonderful, you know, playmate for Brian. So, especially when it comes to little boys, we don't see them very often. Love the name Peyton, very unusual, very Southern. Of course, Peyton Page, I think that's Southern. And you're going to see, he is going to be a limited edition of 2,000, and he is going to have the signature of Rosemary Rhodes on the back. I'll turn him around so you can see. Boy, you're a heavy guy. Whoa, let me tell you, what a big guy he is. As you see here on the back, though, here it is, Rosemary Rhodes. And, of course, on the side, you're going to see, there's the number. Limited edition of 2,000. $115, two flex pays of $57.50. Now, I've got to let Peyton go, so I do hope you're going to go ahead and give us a call on Peyton and take advantage of him while you can. He's a big little boy. Oh, and I get to co-Francine, too. Thank you. Oh, how nice. But we are going to move on. But first, I want to give you a peek. If you missed out on Sister Ann, you
She offers her dolls in mold, shape, and form. Now, this is a very large doll. I wanted you to know I'm moving the head from side to side. That is, by the way, an opening into the head cavity, okay? The doll's name is Peyton James. He's 29 inches, done in porcelain, and I'm talking about an enormous doll. I have him seated reading a book. In the promo shot, you saw that. He holds a real life-size book. Now, I hate to rush each of you out there. This one coming, of course, in a sailor outfit with buttons down the front, a white collar. He is just amazing. Look at how large these hands are. His legs are beautifully detailed, totally balanced. So we have him seated. Initially, we put him in his very own chair. And let me show you. If I pick him up, you'll see the size. Okay, can you see this? Yeah. He's huge. And what a buy. It may be your first and only opportunity to check this artist out at this introductory price tag for you. He's even wearing real sneakers, guys, with Velcro. You know why? Because everybody, all the little kids, these are real sneakers, okay? All the little kids now go with Velcro, okay? There you go. See those little sneakers? Aren't they adorable? This is, again, Peyton James by Rosemary Rhodes, 29 inches of absolute perfection. I'm going to go ahead and sit him back down, but I wanted to hold him up here so that you could see the size. Lots of porcelain. And if you have a high chair, if you have a stroller, maybe a lot of you out there already own a rocking horse. He's perfect for that. This one's going to be gone pretty quickly. Now, he's 18 inches in a seated position. Remember, again, we talked a lot. Let me spin him around here so that you can see this. We talked a lot about the quality of these dolls. Please do not judge this one by our price tag. I assure you that this is not, by the way, you can remove his clothes. He has another set of sleeper under this. There's the artist's signature. It is a limited edition 2,000 piece. He has an enormous amount of porcelain, very weighted. You've got about 60 seconds, I believe, on this one before he's gone. Oh, look at that. Let me sit you back here so that you can balance yourself, okay? Oh, it's the saucer. I'm sorry. It's the saucer that keeps him rolling, guys, that I have him seating on. You're going to love him. His name, again, is Peyton. Peyton James. Isn't that gorgeous? You're going to love this. You'll see him, I have him actually seated, balancing, holding a real live book. This one, it looks like it's going to be gone very quickly. If you'd like to pre-select any item in the show, remember the beautiful doll, the brand new mold by Feza Spanos that we brought to you coming up. I want you to pre-select her. You're going to get a sneak peek of that gorgeous face on her in just a few seconds. Now, don't go anywhere. Peyton James at $99 is still available. Stay with us. So let's go ahead and take a look at one that so many of you out there have been waiting for. This